Welcome to the part 2 of our road trip vlog from Las Vegas, Nevada to Devil's Tower and Mount Rushmore. In part 1, we traveled from Las Vegas to Thermopolis in Wyoming and visited the Hot Springs State Park in Thermopolis. After visiting the Hot Springs State Park, we spent the night in our hotel. On day 3, we drove from Thermopolis to Devil's Tower. Devil's Tower was the first United States national monument established on September 24, 1906 by President Theodore Roosevelt. The name Devil's Tower originated in 1875 during an expedition led by Colonel Richard Irving Dodge, when his interpreter reportedly misinterpreted a native name to mean Bad God's Tower. According to the Native American tribes of the Kiowa and Lakota, a group of girls went out to play and were spotted by several giant bears, which began to chase the girls. In an effort to escape the bears, the girls climbed atop a rock, fell to their knees, and prayed to the Great Spirit to save them. Hearing their prayers, the Great Spirit made the rock rise from the ground towards the heavens so that the bears could not reach the girls. The bears, in an effort to climb the rock, left deep claw marks in the sides, which had become too steep to climb. Those are the marks which appear today on the sides of Devil's Tower. Legend says that when the girls reached the sky, they were turned into the stars of the constellation Pleiades. The paved 1.3-mile tower trail starts across the parking area from the visitor center. A short, steep section leads to a junction that you can take either way to walk around the base of the tower. As you walk the tower trail, you will notice cloths or small bundles attached to the trees. These are Native American prayer cloths and represent the spiritual connection many tribes have with the tower. There are numerous benches to relax along the tower trail, as well as waysides which tell about the natural and cultural history of the park. As you walk along the tower trail, you can witness this majestic monolith from different views. Humans climbed the Devil's Tower for the first time in 1937. You can still see the old climbing ladder from Devil's Tower Trail. The oldest to climb the Devil's Tower is a 91-year-old man, and the youngest climber was a 7-year-old boy. The Devil's Tower is 867 feet tall when compared to the Washington Monument, which is 555 feet tall. If you are wondering what lives on top of the Devil's Tower, wildlife actually lives on top, and there are native grasses, cacti, and sagebrush up there. Animals that make it to the top include chipmunks, mice, pack rats, and snakes. Visiting Devil's Tower, which is the first ever United States national monument, is once-in-a-lifetime experience. After visiting Devil's Tower on day 3 of our road trip, we drove to Mount Rushmore and checked into our hotel at Keystone near Mount Rushmore. In the evening, we went to the evening lighting ceremony at Mount Rushmore National Memorial. Every year, more than 2 million visitors journey to Mount Rushmore National Memorial. Nestled in the famous Black Hills of South Dakota, it is one of the most famous landmarks in the world. Despite the popularity, most visitors stop during the day for a few photos and hop back in the car. Yet one of Mount Rushmore's best sights happens as the sun begins to set behind George Washington and his fellow presidents. The night program at Mount Rushmore is one of our top national park recommendations. When the program begins, one of Mount Rushmore's rangers comes on stage for the evening lighting ceremony. The ranger gives a brief history of the monument and then introduces a short film. It covers the history of the United States and why the sculptor chose each of the 4 presidents. The film plays as the shadows fill in around the amphitheater and the sun sinks lower.
Ladies and gentlemen, please Please rise and join in singing America's national anthem.
After the film ends, the program continues with a moving tribute to the men and women who served our country in the armed forces. While that continues on stage, the 18,800 watts of metal halide and high-pressure sodium lights begin to slowly rise on the president's faces. When the ranger concludes the program, the crowd's attention is directed up to the four faces, now golden yellow in the South Dakota night sky. Seeing the monument up close at night is breathtaking and worth braving chilly evenings in May and September. If you are visiting Mount Rushmore, we highly recommend the evening lighting ceremony. In part 3 of this road trip vlog, we visited Mount Rushmore in the morning next day and walked along the President's Trail and witnessed the four presidents' faces from different viewpoints. We also visited the sculptor's studio. Please stay tuned for the part 3 which is coming soon, and thanks for watching this video.